Hello fellow traders, welcome to Trading Truth, a place where you find the truth behind profitable traders. Today we're going to discuss about forex trading. Okay, this is so basic. This session is actually very basic. Okay, first of all, what is trading? Trading means you buy something and you sell something. Okay, that's trading. You will buy something and you sell it for a higher cost and you get the benefit out of it. Say you buy 10 apples. Okay, Ben buys 10 apples. Okay, Ben buys 10 apple at a cost of each $1. Okay, and he sold all the 10 apples at a cost of each $2. Okay, so totally he spent $10 to buy 10 apples and he sold it for each 20. So the difference amount, that is $10, is his net gain. Okay, moving on. Okay, in this channel we are mostly be focusing on currency trading, the primary thing, and then stock trading, commodity trading. If you ask me, I personally suggest there is no reason that you should not trade stock or commodity. You can trade everything. The basic principles are same. There is slight difference to each markets, but you can do it. Okay, electronic. Nowadays everything has become digitalized. We are in the 21st century, so you don't have to own a shop and go there and sit there and you have to hustle so much and make a living out of it. You can sit in your home with your laptop and your internet connection and you can make your living. Okay, next, trading is very easy and it's very difficult. If you know what you're doing, you have a mentor or you learn how to do it. Okay, see, many people, the successful people, they are successful not because they work hard. Okay, they just do things the way it works. First you have to know what is the truth behind trading, how to trade in a profitable way. I'll help you with that, don't worry. For those people who have the patience to learn it and then drive the car, they can drive in an efficient way. If you don't know how to drive a car but anyway you took it, probably you're gonna meet an accident. Okay, what is forex trading? Basic, forex means foreign exchange. Okay, foreign exchange. What you trade in forex is foreign currency exchange. Okay, it is also called as currency trading. You buy some currency and you sell it. Okay, the thing about forex currency trading is that say in a first example, Ben bought 10 apples. Okay, using US dollar. Okay, US dollar, and he sold the apples. Okay, what did he bought? Apples. Okay, assume that it is an apple, so apple. So in currency trading, the same Ben saw the currency market and he learned the way how truly to be successful in the market. So he went and bought using 10 USD. Say he bought 20 Japanese yen. Okay, now this USD that you see here, it is the base currency. It is what you use to buy. Okay, it is your base currency. Now you see that apple and this 20 Japanese yen, they both are similar. Okay, it is called as quote currency. Okay, so he based on that USD, he bought using that 10 USD, he bought 20 Japanese yen, and the quote currency's value increased today. Okay, it went to 40. Okay, so when he sell it again and convert it into USD, what is the end result? He will be in a profit, as if Ben bought 10 apples using $10, and when the apple's price increases, he sold it and made it into cash again, US dollar. So the difference is profit. Okay, the same happens here. Okay, what are the benefits about forex trading is that it is 24 cross 5. Even when you sleep, the market is running from Monday to Friday. Okay, it is highly liquid. Okay, it is very highly liquid comparing to stock or commodity or any other trading. Currency trading is very liquid in nature. You can just go in and come out just like that. Okay, it has more liquid and volatile, so what to say, volatility. Okay, okay, the transaction costs are very least, very minimal in forex trading other than when compared to stock trading and other trading. Okay, so it is the biggest market, okay. If you see, there are different types of market. Okay, stock market, forex market, different types of markets. In that, if you see stock market, it's this much. Okay, when you compare it with forex market is like this much. The stock market doesn't even have a chance, okay, with the FX. It is such a huge market, but that doesn't mean you should not trade stock and all. Okay, you can trade stock also. It is also a profitable thing. Okay, but if you master this, then if you master forex, then you hop up into any market, it will be easy. Okay, take the head of the gang and the rest will fall easily. Okay, so there are 8 major currency pairs, okay, in forex trading. Okay, when it comes to trading session, it is said that 24 hours the market is open, but there are certain sessions in which the volatility will be high, the spread will be so low, and you can make many profitable trades in that specific sessions. Okay, but that is for a future video. It's a detailed class. Okay, now currency pairs. There are 3 types of currency pairs: the major currency pairs, the minor currency pairs, and the exotic pairs. Okay, major currency pairs are the currency pairs like Euro USD. The major currency pairs has a USD pair attached to it. Okay, Euro USD, USD CAD, USD JPY, AUD USD, USD CHF, New Zealand USD, GBP USD, and they are most liquid. Okay, they have other on the major currency pairs. Okay, they have USD to another 8 major currency. There will be USD, and among the 8 major currency, one will be there. Okay, so it is mostly liquid. Okay, it is very liquid and it has very low spreads. Major currency pairs are good to trade. They obeys your price action very much. Okay, they obeys your price action very much. It's very easy to trade. Okay, next comes the minor pairs. Minor pairs are the pairs of currencies which doesn't have USD in it. Okay, they don't have USD pair. Example for a minor currency pair is Euro, CAD, and CHF JPY. See, there is no major, there is no USD element in it, but it is one of the 8 major currencies. Okay, that's the thing. Next, minor pairs are medium volatile, not as volatile as major pairs, but it is medium volatile, and the spread will be in a good considerable amount. You can trade it and make some profit out of it. When it comes to exotic pairs, I suggest you don't trade it. But once you become a pro trader, then you can trade it. Okay, because it is highly volatile, but it doesn't obey price action. Okay, it doesn't obey price action or technical, nothing. And there will be high spread. The spread will be very high. Okay, you can't even stand. For example, it is USD, ZAR, USD, INR. INR means Indian rupee. Okay. Okay. Next, coming to trading terminologies. Before going into forex trading or any sort of trading, at least a bit of theory should be there. You should know if you're going to a surgery. Okay, at least you have to know what is a scalpel. It's like that. Okay. Okay, first we will be seeing about what is long, what is short, what is a spread, what is a pip, nice pip. Okay, what is leverage, what is margin, what is free margin, and what is equity. first let's see what is long and short. Okay, a long trade is initiated by purchasing with the expectation to sell at a higher price in the future and realize a profit, which is nothing but, say you have a chart over here. Okay, it is Euro USD. Okay, Euro USD, and as I said before, the first there will be one base currency and one code currency. Okay, in trading always the first pair, when whatever the pair you take, the first currency is your base currency. Okay, and the second currency is your code currency. Okay, okay. No, when you say that I went long in this Euro USD, means say that the price is moving like this. Okay, it's moving like this, and here I bought. Okay, I bought, it means I placed a buy order here, expecting that it will go further and I will take my profit over here. Okay, TP, take profit. TP means take profit. Okay, this is buy. There is a chart, Euro USD or USD JPY or CAD AUD, whatever might be the pair. I'm buying it. I'm holding a buy position. Then it is a long trade. Okay, if I am selling it in this area, say I sold. Okay, it is a short position. It is nothing but the what is the order that you are taking. Are you taking a buy order or a sell order? Are you going to buy it or are you going to sell it? Okay, as per definition, a short trade is initiated by selling before buying. Okay, you can sell it before buying with the intent to repurchase it at a lower price and realize a profit, which means you have to repurchase it. You can't say that I'm selling here and you can just sit back. At some point you should place your take profit and stop loss. Okay, which means you have to close the order that you have opened. Okay, you have to definitely close whatever might be, that it's buy order or sell order. You have to close your order at some point, or if your account is being emptied, the broker will automatically close your order. Okay, in simple words, buy means long or long means buy. Short order means selling. Okay, sell. Okay, what is a spread? The spread is the gap between the bid price and the ask price. Okay, I'll go to the charts at the end so that I'll show you what is bid price at ask price. Okay, the distance between the bid price and the ask price, this amount will probably benefit the brokers. Okay, they will brokers, this is their what to say, it's like they are allowing you to trade, so you have to pay some service, like some fee like that. Okay, for every order they will take a minimal amount of spread, so it is highly suggested to trade in a higher time frame. Okay. Okay, pip. What is a pip? Okay, okay, pip is nothing but amount of change in the exchange rate of a currencies. Okay, amount of change in the exchange rate of the currencies. That's simply it is that. Okay, pip means amount of change in the exchange rate of a currency pair. The pip value will always be different from currencies to currencies. Each currencies have a different pip value. Okay. Next, going on, leverage. Okay, leverage is a use of borrowed funds to increase one's trading position beyond what would be available for their cash balance alone. Okay, which means you have a you can choose between leverages. Okay, 1:1 leverage, 1:500 leverage. Okay, but you have to know that leverage is a double-sided sword. Okay, too much leverage is dangerous. It can help you take more trades, because you invested, for every $1 that you invest, the broker is giving you a $500 as he is lending you. Okay, he is you are borrowing him $500 for every single dollar that you put in. Okay, but he is not giving it just like that. Okay, you have to give him back. Okay, so that's the thing. in just to make trades you are taking, but too much of leverages, it will kill you. Okay, so considerably if you are a beginner, don't take a high leverage like 1:500, because probably you'll be doing over trading, taking worse trades just because you don't have a good trading psychology or money management. You will be taking multiple trades. Okay, so eventually you'll blow your account. So my suggested leverage is that don't make it too high or too low, just keep it around 1:50. Okay, for beginners. Okay, 1:50 is good for beginners. Okay, don't go for 1:500. Okay, 1:500 or 1:300, don't go for it. 1:50 is good for beginners. As I said, it is a double-sided sword. Okay, okay, next we go to margin. Okay, margin, when you hear the term margin, okay, it is the amount of money that a trader need to put forward in order to open a trade. If you want to open a trade, say if I if I have a $100 account, okay, I have a $100 account. Euro USD is the currency that I want to buy. Okay, there will be a margin amount for that currency, say for example $2, let's keep. Okay, it's just an random number. $2 is the margin. Okay, so if I have to buy it, when my order is placed, okay, when it placed, I will be having free margin of only 98. Okay, $2 will be reduced. Okay, so the $2 is the margin amount which has been taken. So I will be having a free margin of 98. This is the amount that I can trade. Okay, if your margin is going to zero, if you don't have any free margin, you won't be able to put another order. Okay, if you have only $1 in your account but the margin is $2 for that currency to trade, you won't be able to place a trade. Okay, got the point? Yeah. Specific margin for specific currencies. Specific margin for specific currencies. Euro USD will have a certain margin. Euro USD have a certain margin. AUD JPY have a different margin, like that. Okay, okay, next we move on to equity. Okay, equity refers to the amount of money a trader has in their trading account. Okay, plus or minus any profit or loss in an open position. Okay, if you have $100 in your account, okay, balance, okay, you placed a trade already, and it is in a say $5 profit. Okay, $5 profit. So the equity that you have now is $105 US dollars. Okay, now your equity is 105. Okay, say if you placed an order for an $100 is your balance, you placed an order. Okay, but now your trade is floating at a minus. Okay, your order haven't been closed, it's the trader is going on and you have a minus of 5 USD. Okay, then now you have an equity of $95. Okay, next we go to free margin. Okay, free margin is the money in a trading account that is available for trading. As I said before, you have a $100 account. Okay, you already placed placed an order for which is worth of the margin is 2. Okay, the margin is 2 for that, say Euro USD. Okay, Euro USD, you placed an order, the margin is 2. Okay, then what will be the available balance for you to trade? Plus it is going in a minus $5, let's say. Okay, it has a minus $5 floating. Okay, so 5 plus 2 7, 100 minus 7, 93 will be your free margin to trade. Got the point? Okay, next, to calculate the free margin, okay, you must, it's just a formula, it's simply what I did right now. You must subtract the margin of your open positions from the equity. Okay, equity, margin of your open positions, margin of your open positions from the equity. Okay, how do you find equity? Equity is nothing but balance plus floating, profit or minus. Okay, if you have a minus $10, you should subtract it from the balance. If you have a plus $10, you should add it from balance. Okay, so equity minus margin is free margin. Mostly these things will be automatically showing you in that platform, in most of the platforms, so you don't have to calculate this much. Okay, it's simple, don't stress out. Okay, when it comes to executing an order, okay, executing order, there are different types of order execution. One is market order. Okay, market order is an immediate entry. If you click buy, immediate buy. Okay, if you sell, immediate sell. Okay, that is market order. Next, limit order. Limit order is something, let's say this is your chart. Okay, price is coming like this and you place a limit order. Okay, once the price hits that limit order, okay, your order will be triggered. Okay, if you put buy or sell, your order will be triggered. Okay, stop order is the same. Once the stop order has hit, the order will be triggered. Okay, next comes to stop loss order. Okay, mostly these orders professional traders do use, some don't use, some of them do use, but I personally think that when all the stars are aligned, okay, you should take your order, which means you should be there to see whether your indicators are giving you a green signal, whether your price action strategies are giving you the green signal, then you should go. Don't just put it over a support area and say if it touches there you just go. Professional traders don't do like that. Okay, they have a strategy and they have that strategy and they follow. When they take only trades when the stars are aligned. Okay, next comes to stop loss order, which is the important of everything. Okay, stop loss is the important. If you place a order over here, say you placed a buy order over here, okay, you have to place your stop loss somewhere here, because you have $100. You should keep, you don't know whether the order is going to win or lose. If it is losing, if it is your assumption, your analysis is wrong, okay, you should cut your losses. Don't putting a stop loss will lead to your account being vanishing. 000 will appear in your account. Okay, so you should always have a stop loss. If it goes in a profitable way, I'll put a take profit, I will take my profit. If it goes, the market goes against me, I will cut my losses. So stop loss is very important. We'll see that about in detail in money management in future videos. Okay, take profit order. As I said before, once the price reaches that place, you should take your profits. Okay, so now let me take you to the charts. Okay, see here, this is a typical Euro AUD chart. This is how a chart looks like. Currency trading or stock trading also similar. Okay, there are different time frames and the chart will look like this. If I want to place an order directly in the market in trading view, I'm saying in trading view, there is, if I click sell market, as it shows immediately where the price is there will be a sell order. Okay, if I put buy market, immediately it will be placed. Okay, once you put that order has been executed, you can alter your take profit and stop loss based on your strategy that works for you. Okay, you have to find your own strategies. Okay, to know the truth about what makes a trader profitable, I will be helping you with that. So if you want more truth about trading, just hit that subscribe button, and if you like the video, if you feel that for beginner traders this video will be useful, give it a thumbs up and on that notification bell so that you get notified when I post a video. Okay, happy trading.